Hello, YouTube family. I am attorney Lee Marvin, and I specialize in immigration law. And I want you guys to be prepared for a video that's very important, that gets asked a lot because immigration has changed a lot of their policies and how they how they request information from applicants. So, request for evidence. If you've never heard that phrase before, you are very lucky because the Biden administration, Trump has done it, but Biden is doing it more than any president that I've had to work under. Request for evidence is the way that immigration asks for more information. Okay, whether the information is new information, whether it's the same information that they asked for before, whether you've provided it 5 times, they still give you a request for evidence. A request for evidence is just that. They want more information before they're going to be able to make a decision on your case. So when you get an RFE, request for evidence, it can be scary, it can be frustrating, or it can be not a big deal, okay? It depends on where you are in the process and how long you've been waiting. These days, most people are extremely frustrated because they have been waiting for a very long time because immigration is the slowest they've ever been in history. I don't know if that's actually true, but it has been true for me for over 11 years. This is the longest it's ever taken immigration to do their job, okay? So the request for evidence, you now know what it is. How do you avoid one? That's the key. With a request for evidence, you want to avoid it at all costs. So how do you do that? Well, you do a good filing. You file information the right way the first time with the help of an attorney who's done it before. I do it all the time. Even so, I get requests for evidence for filings that I've sent. And again, it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the applicant, the immigrant, the attorney. It could absolutely have everything to do with the agent who's reviewing the case. They may be brand new because, as you may or may not know, as a result of COVID, immigration had to go out and fill their ranks, bolster up their offices because so many people had quit or gotten COVID. So immigration brought in thousands of brand new employees who had never even heard the word immigration before, or at least that's how it seems a lot of the time. So a lot of these agents are trying to respond to applications. They're going through their little binders of steps that the government has created, and they're trying to analyze and review these cases. Back in the day, as much as we all love to hate the government, it really wasn't that bad. And then things got crazy. So now the agents are crazy behind and they're crazy incompetent. Yes, I say that because I believe it and I mean it. So many of these agents that were fantastic have left, or they're so overworked that they don't have enough bandwidth to be able to handle these sorts of filings. So again, lots of new employees are in, and they're asking requests for evidence for things, sometimes 3 times the same thing. So when I do filings, I try to do as thorough of a job as possible, but I know that immigration very well could ask for information again. So I'm always prepared. I have the filing ready to go with anything that they could possibly ask again, because avoidance no longer is 100% foolproof. So filing and doing a really thorough, fantastic job isn't always the answer. It's being prepared just in case you get a request for evidence, okay? So how do you respond to a request for evidence? It depends what they're asking for. So it could be something as simple as, hey, send the marriage certificate that you already sent it again. They don't say it like that because they would never imply that they are at fault. But we need you, and it's incredibly difficult to understand what they're asking for a lot of the time because it's slapped together. They don't read what they send. They just slap a bunch of stuff in there and hope that you either have an attorney or that you never bother them again, okay? So look at what they're asking and provide it. That's as easy as it is, okay? So you find out what they want, and verbatim, you go word for word in what they're asking for, and you get them exactly that. So sometimes it doesn't make sense what they're asking. So you do the best you can. You send what you think they're asking. I mean, that might seem like that's not possible, that of course you can understand what they're asking. No, it's not true. Most of the time it is true. If they're saying, hey, send us proof that you're legally married. Okay, well, in most cases, that's a certified or not an original, but a copy of the marriage certificate that you were given when you got married, okay? In other cases, it's not as easy to figure out. Again, it depends on what your case is. If it's business related, forget it. It's almost impossible to understand what they're asking. It's ridiculous. For green card filings, for family petitions, it's a lot easier, but still, be very careful. You got to read it very carefully, okay? So you respond in the manner exactly how they tell you, exactly where they tell you, exactly when they tell you, okay? Cannot stress that enough. Make sure you send it to the right address, send it before the deadline, several days before, expedite it, whatever you got to do to not miss that deadline. Because what happens if you don't respond or if you miss the deadline, okay? Missing a deadline is to them the same thing as not responding. This administration, this time in immigration's history is do or die. If you don't do it the right way, exactly how they want it, or exactly how they want it, even if they don't tell you, if you don't do it exactly the right way, they will deny you and you're done. They will send you another notice saying, hey, whether it's true or not, you didn't respond in time or you didn't provide it, and now we're giving you 30 or 33 days to leave the country. And if you don't leave the country, we're going to send ICE out to get you. They're doing that now. So I had recent clients that they have done this with. We filed everything the right way, and immigration basically says, we're not accepting your filing. We don't agree that you meet the requirements, and you are instructed to leave the country within 30 days or else you're going to be arrested and you're going to be held in detention and you will be deported. So if you don't respond or if you miss the deadline, horrible situation. Don't let it happen to you. Honestly, don't even respond to a request for evidence yourself. Hire an attorney to do it. Hopefully you already hired an attorney, and that attorney is the one who helped you file for this, and that attorney can quickly and easily respond. Sometimes my clients don't even know we got a request for evidence because I've already responded to it before they even get the notice. But the key is, do it the right way. Don't screw around. This is the end of the process, and you're on the home stretch. You don't want to screw it up. Have an attorney help you do it the right way, okay? Subscribe to my channel. Check out my webpage. You need to contact me if you've got a problem. Subscribing to the channel is very important because of videos like this and helpful little hints on how to make sure that you're successful. Don't mess around. Don't take any chances. Give me a call.